we will have our host of the interview segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my greatest pleasure to introduce to you a man that is no stranger to the stage. He is most charismatic, enthusiastic, and influential. This is a man that commands his audience and set the momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he will be speaking to these 12 beauties in English, Spanish, French, and Patois. Ladies and gentlemen, hosting the interview section this evening, hailing from Cox Village for the 11th annual Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant is none other than Mr. Hensley Daniel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. We have 12 participants here for you this evening, and we believe we want to move very quickly. And so I'm going to invite Benella Valinor from St. Lucia to be our first contestant for you. Put your hands together and welcome Miss Benella Valinor. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Valinor is going to tell you who she is, and then she's going to explain to you her costume.
Benella Valinor, St. Lucia! My costume, Lucian Reveler, depicts various aspects of St. Lucia and its people. Carnival on my island is a rich display of St. Lucian culture and heritage, as well as one of the Caribbean's most exciting festivals. For example, my blue epitomizes the sky and the sea. The yellow or gold stands for sunshine and prosperity. The black and white depicts the racial composition of our island. And the green reminds us of the lush fertility and breathtaking natural beauty. St. Lucia pays homage to its island's African, Indian, and Catholic heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Lucian Reveler.
Now, Miss Valinor, you're going to pick a number from this bowl, and the number represents a judge. And having picked the number, you will be given a question. This is for judge number 5.
Miss St. Lucia, in recent news, an international performer was arrested in St. Kitts for the use of profanity in public. His offense is cited in the Small Charges Act, which is an act found on the law books of several Caribbean nations. Do you believe that the law is a limitation on freedom of expression, and why?
Can I have a second reading, please?
Of course. In recent news, an international performer was arrested in St. Kitts for the use of profanity in public. His offense is cited in the Small Charges Act, which is an act found on the law books of several Caribbean nations. Do you believe that the law is a limitation on freedom of expression, and why?
I do not believe that the law is a limitation on freedom of expression. I believe that the law allows us to behave in a way that would set examples for the youth growing up. And I really support governments who put that law in place. Kudos to them. Thank you. You want the sweetest man in the land? I met me see now, me uncle told now we started talking. I will till Tuesday morning. And he said, yes sir, this is the sweetest man in the land. King I love you, King I love you. I don't want everybody to understand. King I love you, to the sweetest man in the land. Well, we come in all day and all night. King I love you, King I love you. Well, we come in all day and all night. King I love you.
Let's hear it for Benella Valinor of St. Lucia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second contestant is the Janicia Francis of the Trinidad and Tobago. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Janicia Francis of Trinidad and Tobago. And please introduce yourself and speak to them about your costume.
Good evening, Queen City, Nevis. I am Janicia Adesha Francis, representing the land of steel pan, calypso, and limbo, Trinidad and Tobago. Tonight, I present to you some of the things most indicative of my nation. The black on my costume represents the dedication of my people as we come together as one, while the white signifies our aspirations. The togetherness of our people, our hard-working nature, come together on the top's design, creating a cradle, securing at its center the warmth and vitality of the people of sweet, sweet Trinbago, our truest essence. In addition to great people, we also boast of a booming ecotourism industry. Trust me when I say my nation is absolutely stunning. To show this, my pants and headdress represent our national flower, the Chaconia. Also, to the back of the skirt, you'll see our pride, the Pitch Lake, which in and of itself is a scientific wonder. Also, yes, I have plenty things on my costume to show my beautiful nation. We have our national birds, the scarlet ibis and cocorico. You also see our pan. Yes, our national instrument, the only acoustic instrument invented in the 20th century. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad and Tobago is truly a place of wonder, and my national costume simply gives you a glimpse into my paradise. Thank you.
Now, the Janicia, pick your question. This question is for judge number 3.
Good night, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Good night to you, sir.
My question relates and based on pageantry. In December of 2014, the organizers of Miss World officially announced they have banned swimsuits from the Miss World pageant. And on June 29, 2016, it was officially announced that Miss Teen USA organizers have also banned swimsuit from their pageant, which was completed and hosted on July 30th, 2016, when you, as a contestant, competed in 3 swimsuit segments. The organizers of Miss Universe are now considering the same. My question to you is, do you believe that swimsuits should be banned from pageants? If yes, why? If no, why? I will repeat. In December of 2014, Miss World organizers officially announced that they have banned swimsuits from the Miss World pageant. And on June 29, 2016, it was officially announced that Miss Teenage USA organizers have also banned swimsuits from their pageant. And on June 30th, it was hosted. And on June 30th, you competed in 3 swimsuit segments. The organizers of Miss Universe are now considering doing the same, that is, banning swimsuits. My question to you is, Do you believe that swimsuits should be banned from pageants? If yes, why? If not, why?
Thank you for that question. While the swimsuit segment is something that is very fun, it can indeed be fun, I believe it should be banned. Because when you're focusing on a woman's body, you oftentimes miss her essence. We pageant queens are exceptionally brilliant. We're feisty, we're fun, we're talented. And the swimwear segment oftentimes has people focusing on just our physical status. And that deters a lot of amazing women from entering pageantry. The swimsuit segment is not necessary. You can judge a queen without seeing her half naked. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Miss Trinidad and Tobago. The next contestant is from Nevis, number 3. Contestant number 3.
Good evening, Queen City. I am your very own Ivania Thibu. My creation is dubbed Sweet, Sweet Culture, which is synonymous to my unique island, Nevis. I depict a historical aspect of the sugar plantation intertwined with a celebration of dance that surrounds this era. The top depicts the brown sugar crystals, whilst the back portrays a legend of our past sugar industry. During Christmas, when harvesting ended, the slaves celebrated through dance, mimicking the dances of their masters. At the end of the dance, the best dancer was rewarded with cake, hence the name of this dance, the cakewalk. Yes, I reminisce of a sweet slice of cake, not forgetting our sweet sugar industry. On this sweet island of Nevis, I present to you sweet, sweet culture.
And now, Ivania, pick your question. Question then comes from judge number 11.
Good evening, Miss Nevis. How are you?
Good evening, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Ivania, if you were given one wish to improve your home country of Nevis, what would it be and why? I repeat. If you were given one wish to improve your home country of Nevis, what would it be and why?
My country is a very alluring island. However, if I was afforded the opportunity to change one thing about my country, it would be youth empowerment. I believe in youth, and I believe that they are not given enough attention here on Nevis. I would establish seminars and forums to teach our young people how to uplift themselves, because they are the future, and I believe in securing the future because the progress of my country is important. So these forums would educate our young people how to be proud ambassadors of their country, how to go out and showcase what their country has to offer, and also work towards getting a sound education to continue to develop sweet Nevis.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again for our contestant from Nevis. And now we have contestant number 4. Contestant number 4 is going to introduce herself and speak to her costume.
Good evening, Nevis. My name is Janelle Nisbet, and I am representing Rainbow City, Anguilla. This beautiful costume, dubbed a Splash of Paradise, represents the lifestyle of a people who have embraced the crystal clear waters wrapping the shores of Anguilla. The dominant colors of orange, blue, and white represents the national colors of our island. Thank you very much.
Now, Miss Anguilla, pick your question. This question must come from judge number 8.
Good evening, Miss Anguilla.
Good evening, sir.
In your opinion, should a person who has had a gender reconstruction surgery be allowed to enter a pageant such as the Miss Caribbean Culture pageant?
Can you repeat the question, please?
In your opinion, should a person who has had a gender reconstruction surgery be allowed to enter a pageant such as the Miss Caribbean Culture pageant?
In my opinion, a person that has opted to have a gender reconstruction surgery should not be allowed to enter the Miss Caribbean Queen pageant. It is their prerogative whether they want to change their sex or not, but it is also the prerogative of the pageant committees to decide that they want natural-born females to enter their pageant, because that is the rule and that is the custom of our region and our nation on a whole. Thank you very much.
Our next contestant is from the Dominican Republic. Contestant number 5.
You are the sweetest man in the land. I met this thing and me uncle told me we started talking. And we like till Tuesday morning. And he say, yes sir, this is the sweetest man in the land. He not love me walk, he not love me walk. Every man must understand. He not love me walk.
Muy buenas noches.
Good night, Nevis. My name is Yamiles Ramirez. I represent Dominican Republic.
Okay, she's going to present her talent in Spanish, and I am going to translate for you to help you to understand the Spanish.
Buenas noches. Mi traje está inspirado en el sol candente de mi tierra del merengue, República Dominicana.
Good evening, everybody. I am here to represent the Dominican Republic and to present merengue.
Y representa el ave de la región sur.
Bueno.
I represent el ave de la región.
She represents the sun, the sea, and the stars. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
This question must come from judge number 2.
Good evening, Miss Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Voters in Bermuda rejected same-sex marriage in a referendum there in June. Do you think that other Caribbean countries should follow suit? Why or why not?
Los votos en Bermuda de hace 2 meses decidieron que no quieren el casamiento del sexo semanal. ¿Qué piensa usted? ¿Piensa que los otros países del Caribe deben hacer lo mismo?
No, pienso que no, porque Dios no hizo a cada uno iguales, o sea, cada quien.
I think not, because God did not make everybody equal.
Somos libres de expresión, cada quien elige el sexo que quiere, cómo quiere ser feliz.
Every person has a right to choose how he wants to make himself or herself happy.
No somos Dios para juzgar a nadie.
We are not God to choose what people must do.
God Dios es el único que puede juzgar.
God is the only person who must judge.
Thank you.
Let's welcome now contestant number 6.
Good evening, beautiful island people. I am the vivacious 21-year-old Khalifa Antoine, representing an island that is historically American, yet historically Caribbean. St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. My ambassadorial wear is entitled Timeless. It was made of the Madras material that was adapted as our official fabric of the Virgin Islands. The fabric has an intricate detail of lines that represents the struggle, determination, and blood shed by our Virgin Islands people. The butterflies that were created and embedded in my dress and also in my headpiece represents a time when children used to chase after butterflies. A carefree era when a village could have still raised a child. And when our Virgin Islands people used to stand as one in love and unity. My gown was designed and handmade by Miss Lorna Udlum, who is actually a native of St. Lucia, but resides in the Virgin Islands. This is timeless.
Now pick your question. This question must come from judge number 6.
Good evening, Ms. St. Croix. Welcome to Nevis.
Good evening and thank you so much.
I will repeat the question. What is the most important lesson you've learned from anyone, and how has this lesson assisted in your development as a Caribbean woman? Again, what is the most important lesson you've learned from anyone, and how has this lesson assisted in your development as a Caribbean woman?
Thank you so much for that question. The most important lesson has definitely came from my mom. If you want anything done right, you have to do it yourself. As a Caribbean woman, we hear that phrase a lot. But little did you know, it is true. I am 21 years of age, meaning I am still young. But my mom's sayings float in my ears every day. That's what I did. I packed my bags and I traveled here with my chaperone. But in my head, I was doing it by myself. Thank you.
Now contestant number 7. Let's welcome contestant number 7.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am 21-year-old Kyla Brown from your sister isle of St. Kitts, and I am bringing fire to Culturama 42. My costume is a true representation of an unsung hero of Carnival, the fireman. The impeccable art of breathing and eating fire is quite possibly one of the most dangerous of all of our Kittitian and Nevisian cultural presentation. Impeccable gems and print detail that with vivid hues of red, orange, yellow, and gold that carefully and masterfully mimic the flares flamed by the clever men and women who dare to take on this risk art form.
Now come pick your question. This question must come from judge number 9.
Hi, Miss St. Kitts.
Hi.
My question for you is very simple. What does it mean to be successful? I repeat, what does it mean to be successful?
As one who comes from a family where success is all that we know, I do believe that being successful means that being the best at whichever you choose to be. As a creative entrepreneur in St. Kitts, I do believe I am one of the most successful business individuals within my country. I have deemed to produce excellence, and by being excellent, I do believe that you as any individual can achieve anything that you want to achieve. Thank you.
Now we welcome contestant number 8.
Hello. I am 24-year-old Leanda Ann Norville, representing the land of 365 white sandy beaches and that one 17-mile pink sand beach. I am Miss Antigua and Barbuda. I am very proud to be wearing this cultural wear tonight. It is a depiction of the suffragette women of the 1900s who fought for women's rights, our right to work, our right to vote, and overall improvement of women globally. The brown cotton and madras, which my dress is made from, are fabrics that hold cultural values to my island, Antigua and Barbuda.
Now, Miss Antigua and Barbuda, pick your question. This question comes from judge number 10.
Good evening, Miss Antigua.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. My question to you is, if crowned Miss Caribbean Culture 2016, what contribution can you make to significantly impact the Caribbean region?
Can you repeat the question? I would definitely promote Caribbean unity. When we travel internationally, they don't look at us as Dominicans or Antiguans. They look at us as Caribbean people. We have so much diversity. Our language makes us unique. The food makes us unique. The way we dance, our clothing, our style make us very, very unique. And we need to use that to come together as a Caribbean and promote ourselves so we can move forward to bigger things.
Let's hear it again from Miss Antigua and Barbuda.